Hey, what's up, Kenda? Oh shit, sorry for the echo. What's up, dude? Appreciate that sub. Agreed, Salt. Agreed. December can suck it because my birthday's in December and I don't want to get older. 100% agreed. How's everybody doing? Same, but like time passing makes me a little bit sad, but at the same time, I'm really happy to be where I'm at. You know, I can't legitimately complain at all. As much as I'd like to, I can't do it. I really can't. I mean, I could. I mean, physically, of course I could, but I don't really want to. Yeah, if you do that for me, please, Salt. I need somebody to pick up my complaining slack. And if you have to be the person, then so be it. My dad used to tell me, complaining is like getting in a rocking chair. You can rock back and forth in that chair all fucking day, but you won't get anywhere. Such a waste of time. And you know what? I agreed. I said to him, I was 9 years old, and I said to him, Dad, you're a bitch. And he looked me right in the eye and he said, son, I know. True story, by the way. Definitely really happened. I looked him right in the fucking face when I said that, too. I said it, dude. Me at's a little low. Ah, feels good. Feels good to be back, guys. It really does. I just have been going through the absolute meeting gauntlet this week. Holy shit. I've had to meet so many new people. You know, reach across the aisle, so to speak. With so many people in the company structure that I'd never met before, who are all just now getting introduced to me. I don't say my real name on this stream, so I'm just gonna say. So anytime they'd reach out to me, they'd be like, oh, I haven't met you yet. We need to get together and let's have a meeting sometime this week. And all that happened on Monday, so I ended up scheduling like 7 meetings throughout the week that all lasted about 30 minutes or over an hour. Most of them went over an hour. because we ended up having really great conversation and talking way over the allotted time. And I'm not complaining about that. That was awesome. That was great. But, good Lord. You know, I did most of them from in here. A really, really high up person in the company saw me do an interview in this exact room and said, "Ooh, real name, I like your little booth." Yeah, cool, dude. Yeah, that happened a few months back. And I was like, yeah, man, as emasculating as that is, thank you, I think, or something, possibly, I don't know. Okay, thank you. It was kind of like one of those situations. And I felt fucking weird too, because, being masculine is overrated. Not for me. I need my fucking Giga Chad tendencies, dude. What else do I have in life? God. Sorry. I threw a tantrum. It's that fucking call an ambulance, but not for me. Isn't that the video where the old man like pulls out a banana and pretends like he's shooting a gun, and then he just squeezes the banana and the banana like flies away at the perpetrator? Or am I thinking of the wrong video? I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the wrong video. Woo, that was loud. Good thing I picked a pretty quiet track. Stampy Wampy in their little booth. Ooh. I'd like to have that stricken from the record. Yeah, can we strike that from the chat record and just pretend it never happened? I'm gonna fix my eyes forward and pretend that message never went forward. Because you know what? In my mind, it didn't. Really didn't. I want everybody to take a second. Let's congratulate Dr. Red for real. This man is a beast. And I will show you why. Look what this motherfucker sent me earlier. What the fuck is this? This motherfucker streamed Garbage Day. That's like yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 that's in. This motherfucker streamed 182 hours and 59 minutes in November. I streamed 163 in October, and I thought that was insanity. Look what he did. You know what? All I can do when you can't cry, you just have to laugh. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Joker style. No, okay, seriously, but that's a lot of goddamn hours. For context, a full work week is 40 hours, right? So he literally streamed more than 4 full work weeks in a 30-day month, no less. He didn't even have a 31st day to work with. Now one up him again and do 190. Okay, the problem with doing 190 is that I would die. I'm too old for this. My body can't handle that. Sorry, I had a momentary lapse in judgment. Do it? Ah, God, dude, it would have to be an October marathon. There's no way in fucking hell I could do that. But no, Salt, you said being masculine is overrated. You know, it's interesting because, you know what's weird? Is this whole eyeliner thing. This has been going on for a long time. I initially got it from the Misfits and in different bands, and little semblance of Alice Cooper in there as well when I was really young, but mainly Misfits, Doyle, Wolfgang von Frankenstein, all that. It actually ended up being a good like pickup line, if you know what I mean, like asking a girl if she has it so that I could put some on. It actually ended up being a pretty good like through line to that sort of thing, which is ironic because you'd think it would be the opposite, but in metal shows or punk, you know, environments, it actually ended up being a pretty useful thing to have. So, you know what? It may not be the most masculine thing in the world, but I'm here for it. Look at any metal band in the 80s or any like hair metal band. They did not look fucking masculine at all. They all had lipstick on and they were doing like the winky faces on their fucking album covers. Look at this. Look at this album cover by the band Poison. And tell me how masculine this is. I mean, for real. Look at that. Or Twisted Sister, yeah. No, I don't pick up girls anymore. I mean, I never really picked them up anyway. I'm just saying, like, it was a good conversation starter, and it got the ball rolling on a lot of relationships back in the day. What is K-pop syndrome exactly? Explain. You don't know? Oh, I'm waiting for him. Oh, the pretty boy thing. Yeah, well, I guess kind of. Yeah, I certainly don't fall into that, but yes, I see what you mean. Yeah. There's two categories that you can fall into, and I'm not trying to be a fucking dating advice expert here, but there's two categories you can fall into. You can either be that sort of pretty boy look, the fucking, you know, the Zac Efron type thing, or what have you, or you can be tall and muscular. Those are your two options. You can either be fucking built like a tank, or you can be that, you know, as far as looks. And obviously a lot of that's going to be dependent on genetics and all that shit. I'm not trying to say that, but those are like your two options if you want to be quote unquote desirable as a man. Or you could not have either, like me. God, I'm just going to go throw a fucking tantrum. Or I could be fat man and rollerblades. Yeah, seriously, who cares about like dating when you could bomb the big shell and trick who was that guy? I forget his name. The cop. Stedman? Was that his name? Stedman? Bomb defusal, Metal Gear Solid 2. God damn it, dude. What's his name? Peter Stillman, not Stedman. Fucking Stillman. God damn it. Yeah, don't Google bomb defusal, by the way, unless you have some decent context to it. Otherwise, you'll be in the fucking FBI at your door. Tall and muscular. Puke. Not having to have my hair tied back all the time is fantastic, by the way. MGS2 anime, let's go. I don't own any way to play that in Japanese, unfortunately. The black one comes in tomorrow, by the way. But yeah, I was driving myself nuts, and Kendo, I already know you're gonna say this, and you're not gonna say it now because I'm saying it. But this is such a typical me thing. Mail me the liquid death and the white one now. I still have my display can here in perfect condition. Look at that. Oh, look at it, actually focused. This polarizing lens has definitely helped the autofocus a little bit. Look at that. Pristine gold condition. Look how quick it autofocuses now. Oop, back on me. Oop, on the can. Okay, never mind. I take it all back. I was a little bit too close there. PSA rated for sponsor fishing? Absolutely not. But here's the liquid death one. I haven't drank out of this in like a week, but it's still sitting here. Dude, did you guys see that they make fucking... I know this might be only in America. There's like this thing on Shark Tank, which is our version of Dragon's Den. There's like chewing tobacco in a can, like snuff, but it's coffee. And it's mainly meant to help people stop dipping. Did you guys see that or know about that? Hear about it? What that is? Yeah, my boss was telling me about this. He's like, dude, you got to see this. Like, I know so many people that dip, and they said they're switching to this stuff. Dipping is when you take tobacco out of a can and you put it in your jaw and like spit out the liquids. You know, like if you ever seen somebody spitting backer or whatever they call it. I can't fucking remember what it's called, though. I'll just have to look through my history. Chewing tobacco. But anyways, so I was going fucking crazy a couple days ago because, as you guys know, I got this Mogami cable in, which is like a top of the fucking line XLR cable. Because I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of using all these cheap cables. They introduce like buzz and hiss into the line. I plug in the Mogami and they're still hissing. I was like, what the fuck? I thought this mic was busted or something was like fundamentally broken about this. Well, it turns out that I guess my ears have just been fucked up or I haven't noticed, but apparently it's just the way that this mic has always been. And I somehow have just never heard it until recently. Like, you guys probably can't hear it now, but if I were to mute this, like, every time, if you listen to the background when I make a sound, you hear just a quick little shh, 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 right behind my voice. I hear that. But the thing is, I got this thing, or I was watching a video where a guy bought this thing right here. I refuse to buy this thing because I don't think I need it, but I mean, this fucking thing is like $80. And what it is it's called a ground loop isolator. Radial Labs Ice Cube, I think it's called. Radial Engineering Ice Cube. Okay, so here's what it is. Oh, fuck you, dude. Why does it keep putting in my zip code? My real zip code. Fuck you. Okay. I almost just leaked my own zip code. Anyways, so this is called a balanced line isolator and hum eliminator. So if you have any of that hum or hiss, what you do is you plug one cable in here, you have the other end that comes out here, and then you plug it into your interface, right? Simple. But the problem is this does not pass through phantom power, so you can't also use a cloud lifter in conjunction with this. You have to just use one or the other. And people have run the SM7B through this, and it still doesn't fully eliminate that hiss. It's just something inherent to the way this microphone is designed that it's always there, and somehow I've never heard it before. So my brain was like, I was like, am I going insane or what's going on here? I don't know if I have OCD or what, man, but it was driving me fucking nuts. I was like moving shit. I was like testing stuff. I was EQing. I was trying to like, because people say it's a 60 hertz hiss if you dip down 60 hertz, and then it sounded all shitty. And I was like, man, fuck this. Like, I just put the settings back to what I've been using for literally 6-7 months, and I'm not touching it, and I'm just not going to think about it. And if I don't think about it, it's fine. That is an upgrade, and that gets a stamp of approval. What, just not worrying about it anymore? Yeah, man. I'm sick of worrying about shit like that. Because it's like nobody ever would point that out. So it's got to either be only something that's coming through like my headphone cord line or something. Maybe it's something to do with the Bridgecast. I don't know. But if it's not something you guys can hear, then I don't give a shit anymore. I'm just going to leave it. Anyways, what was I even talking about? I was talking about something before I got on that stupid tangent. Well, I completely forgot. Anyways. How being masculine is over. Oh no, I was talking about the chewing coffee stuff. Yeah, I wanted to see what that was called. We were talking about that though, you're not wrong. Alright, show all history. I'm just going to scroll through my history for a sec, because I know it was yesterday that we were talking about this. It is called... Get Grinds. Yeah, it's called Grinds Coffee Grounds. This is what it looks like. So it basically looks just like a can of tobacco, except it has fresh ground coffee and B vitamins in it. So you just put this in your jaw, and I guess you just drink it or something, or maybe you spit it out. I don't fucking know, but yeah. These people basically say that they stopped using dip and switched to this. Open the can, grab a pouch, place between lip and gum, enjoy flavor for up to 1 hour, discard when done. I mean, I guess, dude. But it is preferable to putting fucking tobacco in there. Yeah, it's nicotine free. There's no tobacco, no nicotine. It's literally just coffee and B vitamins in there. And apparently they do flavors, like wintergreen is like the most famous dip flavor, so they use that. Hey, I'm from the south of the US. Literally, if you walked into our school and you went to certain lockers where a bunch of the rednecks, as they say, were, dude, there would literally be chew fucking spit stains all over the floor. 100% there would be. Yeah, tell me about it. But that's the American South for you, dude. It's a different world down here. It is a different fucking world down here, that's for sure. You know, for a while, I used to copy the Kit Boga thing where somebody would ask me a question. I would just casually say, what in God's green flat earth are you talking about? Because he does like his old lady character and she says that constantly. That guy is literally one of the funniest YouTubers on the fucking planet right now. His impressions and his acting is so good. Like, he's perfected his craft at this point. I fucking love that guy. Everything about him. God, Kit Boga, notice me, please. I watch your content all the time. Dude, I literally had to check out from all this streamer drama going on. Like, this Pokimane cookie thing is the most recent, but... Oh, what's up, Stoned? This Pokimane cookie thing. Yeah, ma'am. Man, what the fuck are you doing? My favorite thing is when he just starts going on a long old lady tangent, just telling a story about a fucking party or something. Yeah, let go of the mouse. Like, they're desperately trying to wrestle for control of the mouse as he's fucking just telling a story about the birds coming by and he's just talking up his fucking storm like he can't even hear them, just talking over all their instructions. Telling a story about the birds coming by and shit. Guy is unbelievably funny. I got you. I got the double hydrate. By the way, I have like 115 requests in the queue because I don't have any of my mods clear it and I don't clear it, and literally 99% of them are just salt and other people redeeming hydrate. Marshmallow ass looking bottle. But no, speaking of the masculinity thing. Oh, dude, the greatest one, the one that literally had me like bowled over wheezing laughing, was when he somehow got two individual scammers to sing Firework by Katy Perry. He literally got two of them to sing it at the same time and like duet with each other. Because he pretended to have a bank account with $700,000 in it or something, and they were so committed. They were so committed to doing whatever it took to get that money that he was able to fucking trick them into singing a fucking song karaoke style. Like, how embarrassing must that be? I know, dude. What an absolute fucking 5D backgammon play. To just trick them into doing that. Scammer Payback is really cool too, but Scammer Payback is less comedic and more like karma type content. You know what I mean? Like, Scammer Payback teaches people a lesson, whereas Kit Boga teases the fuck out of them and then teaches them a lesson. Like, Kit Boga plays with his food, you know what I mean? In a way that I find just so fucking funny, I can't stop watching the guy. But Scammer Payback is more like, oh, I'm going to teach these guys a lesson for doing this shit and they need to stop. And he's not wrong. Oh shit, my settings weren't even right. Is that Jim Sterling? Is in the bigger guy with the ponytail? Who used to do all the gaming videos? Hey, what's up, Sniffle? Or Snipple, sorry. Is it that Jim Sterling? Like Jimquisition Sterling? Like he has the security camera footage and finds out their names and shit. Yeah, Scammer Payback does that too, man. It's crazy. Jim Browning. He's Scottish. Okay. Yeah, I know for a fact I've heard of this guy. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I've seen this guy's videos everywhere. I actually might have seen one of his videos before I ever even heard of Kit Boga. Like, I think this guy was doing this before Kit Boga ever started. Dude, I swear to God, let me show you guys this. I don't, first of all, I drive a Toyota. Okay, let's just make that clear. I drive a black Camry. And they keep fucking calling me with like these frantic phone calls where they'll leave a voicemail and they're like in a high-pitched tone, very nervous about it. And they're like, your Honda desperately needs to come in for a recall. Your timing chain or whatever is like, it's at risk. You are at risk. Please call us today. I'm like, guys, I don't fucking drive a Honda. And they've called me on so many different numbers, like desperately trying to get me to give them a call back. Like, bitch, I don't even drive it. Get out of here. I do not even drive such a thing. You made the decision to kill the face cam on your gameplay scene? Why? 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 That sounded, for some reason that came out so whiny. So I just decided to play into it. Why? Maybe Civic bros are easy targets. I knew a guy in college that loved to modify Honda Civics. Like he'd put fucking turbos in them and all kinds of crazy shit. Probably talking about my E-Honda. We don't talk, whoa. You crossed the line, motherfucker. You crossed the line. We don't talk about my E-Honda. Speaking of, should we play some Street Fighter tonight? It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. Because you want a clean recording with no overlays. That plugin I used to do. So only worked like 30% of the time. Yeah. No, I actually lost 3K because I ran into a guy that beat my ass and had very low points because he was smurfing. I rode in one he built in the passenger seat. It was a milk crate. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. He modified the fuck out of those things. Do we play some Street Fighter? Snipple, you ever see me play Street Fighter? I literally have thousands of hours in this game, dude. But now that I said that, I'm going to make a fool out of myself. At my absolute peak, I was ranked like 130th on Xbox Live. Out of everybody. Which I thought was pretty good. That was my absolute peak. You know what? Let's give her a short little sesh. No. I can't go back to that world. I need to stop, dude. Because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna end up playing the whole fucking stream because I'm gonna want to get my revenge runbacks, and no. We can't be doing that. We cannot be doing that. Yeah, see, the last time I said short sesh before more horror games, I ended up playing for 5 straight hours. Exactly, dude. That's what I do. What the fuck? I swear to God, dude, I'm not even going to get into this conversation, but podcast content is so goddamn overdone. If Swix came in, then we go SF4. Well, yeah, because I would need like a really good opponent. I mean, if my stick's not busted, because I definitely slammed the shit out of it last time. Yeah, potting. Oh my God, fuck out of here. All right, guys, I will set a hard cap at 10 matches, okay? A hard cap. 10 matches. That's all we play. Let me plug my stick up and let's do it. 10 fucking matches. And that's if the stick isn't busted. Well, not a good sign. My start button doesn't work. Oh, looks like none of my buttons are working. I think I need to restart the game. Hang on. I mean, I could fix it easily, but do I want to? Yeah, literally none of my buttons are working. I think the whole fucking assembly came undone is what it is. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what? Let's play on a controller. Let's play on a fucking PS2 controller, dude. Let's go. That's the real challenge. Could play on a keyboard, but it would fuck with my scenes. No, I'm not a madman. I can do this. You know that part of Night? You know that part of Dark Knight when the Joker says he's not crazy? That's me, RN, LMAO. Only truth tellers, by the way. Dude, Halo 3 was the shit, though. Hey, what's up, Mag? Yeah, this screen is a major throwback. Dude, I need my fucking, adapter. I can't find my adapter for this. Fucking Viper Clan. Yes, I remember that. Okay, well, I can't even find the fucking adapter, so I'm just gonna fix the stick. I'm doing stick surgery right now. Is what new? Oh, the party of cat. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Is that cut fresh? Yeah. Pretty fresh. A couple days ago. Okay. So let's see the damage here. Oh, that was definitely the issue. Yeah, well, I'm lucky that she cuts my hair. Okay. Nope, we're good. I fixed it. There was just a wiring harness that came undone, but it just plugs straight back in. So I just need to put in a few screws and we're good to go. Just going to start with the outermost corners on here, and then I'll put the rest in later. My day was pretty good. I've just still been meeting with a ton of people every single day, like just people in the company that I never met with. They're all just like, oh, hey, just wanted to set up a meeting to touch base and, you know, talk for the first time. So it's kind of awkward. It's like doing a fucking round of like meet and greets, you know? It's like I'm at some professional corporate version of like a speed dating place, you know what I mean? It's true though. All right, I just decided to put them all back in because I was going to forget if I didn't. Okay. All right, stick is fixed. So now we can actually play properly. I'm doing stick surgery so we can play a little bit of Street Fighter. It's a hard cap of 10 games. And it works now. Sweet. Endless or just want to do ranked? I'll do a little bit of ranked. But yeah, 10 matches is all I'm going to play. Okay. Mag hates fighting games. Really? Oh, I didn't even put on fight request. Okay, now we have fight request on, so when somebody enters ranked, we'll actually join their match. 10 matches, I said. There we go. All right, that feels a lot better. Nice. Yeah, that feels good. You know you can do this in the corner. I mean, you probably do know this. That's a real combo. See. Hey, he has a mic. Oh, fuck me. I can't update the game. And I need to turn display capture off anyway. Should be coming up in a second. Or not. Oh, I don't think it will. Here, we'll just do display capture then. It's a Vega. Oh my god, it's so laggy. What the fuck? That was so instant. Oh my god. Oh, I fucked up. I'm dead. What? How? Okay, I'm just gonna do it, dude. This is the worst lag. This is horrible lag. And the battle continues. Fight! How long will this go on? We stay full screen. We play Street Fighter 2. Oh, he's just gonna empty jump throw now. No! Oh, in the lag. Let's go. That's so disrespectful. Why would you go for that? The fuck? That was some of the worst lag. I'm not playing that guy again. Wow, I was down to 2,700. What the fuck? It's gonna be this guy again. I'm not gonna play him. Horrible connection, bud. You gotta get that fixed. I'm on a fiber connection and I'm the only person on it, so it's definitely not me. What the fuck? Oh, come on. I like that little just tick. Jab throw. Car throw. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got here. I'm actually going to play Black Ryu. Black and red. Black gi, red gloves. So God, oh, we got a Ryu mirror. All right, all right. Haven't played one of these in a while. Here, I'll move my camera up a little bit too. For this, that way it's a little bit out of the way. Yeah, like that's okay.
Let's get started. Fight! Hadouken! 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 The fight is underway. Your first hit has been recorded. Hadouken! 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 All bets are off. Anything can happen now. What a rush! Hadouken!
That, if I would have uppercutted immediately, that would have been a chip setup.
Pick up the pace. Fight! First hit, the scales have tipped. This is the one we've been waiting for. This battle for supremacy has begun. You're ready. What a rush! Is there any chance of a comeback? KO! Ryu wins.
All right, there's two. You're counting. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Here, maybe I should just move it to like the middle center, like down here. Nah, I think it was okay where it was before in the beginning. That's fine. Okay, Saki wanted to run back. Do we play Ryu or do we just play like Honda or Guile? Ryu one more? Okay. Oh, he played Honda. Okay, it's a good thing I didn't pick Honda. I'm terrible at that match. The mirror. This is a bad match for him. Why would he do that? Like this match, you just wait for a jump and just fucking uppercut. Like he's going to have to jump eventually. Forward. Ten matches with no losses? I don't know, man. We'll try it. We'll try 10 wins, no losses. Oh my god, he hit that 3 in a row. That's actually kind of insane though. But he used a lot of meters, so that's good. All right, we play Street Fighter 2 now.
Ryu wins. Perfect.
3 out of 10.
Are you ready? Fight. A new
Oh, come on.
has entered the ring. The world's fiercest fighters await. Will you be the last warrior standing?
Sagat? Let's go Sagat. Okay, sweet. I love this match. One of my favorite matches in the whole game.
Training stage. Your destiny
Nice.
will be determined here.
Sagat is such a sick character, man.
Let's get started. Fight. The first hit has been recorded.
Nope.
Smart for that. I smell a comeback. Will this gambit work?
Good combo.
Where did that come from? Fantastic combo. It's a battle of endurance. Last one standing wins. KO.
Man. It's been a while since I played this guy. I'm sorry for the slop.
And the battle continues.
Oh, what? Come on, Saki. Don't rage quit.
Fight.
Really, dude? I'm literally mashing backdash and my character's doing nothing. I didn't even throw that. Okay. Now we're good.
Turn it all around. What a rush. Whoa, a counter. What are they up to now?
Oh, good. Oh, wow. He went for that? What the fuck? I was just pressing stuff, dude. I might lose this, and that's okay if I do. Okay, I thought he would go for a hurricane kick. That was good. Okay. All right, we've got all the meter to work with here. No problems.
Pull out all the stops. Fight. The first kick has been recorded. Incredible technique.
Oh, what? That didn't double hit?
What a rush.
I'm dead.
Where did that come from?
Oh, wow. Why would I do? I don't have enough life. Yeah, no 10 wins, no losses. I didn't have enough life. I choked the second round is what it came down to. Man, my Sagat is so bad. My Sagat is the reason why I raged last time. I gotta stop picking him, man. He is not ready for this shit. To let a player as bad as Saki take a win off me is really bad. And I'm not even saying that in a disrespectful way. He's just obviously a new player.
A new warrior has entered the ring.
But let's go, Guile.
Survival of the fittest on a global scale. Who among the challengers will make it to the top? Training stage.
All right.
The stage of battle is set. Are you ready? Fight! Hadouken! 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 Kick has been recorded. Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Turn it all around! fight has finally begun. Which one of these two will emerge on top? I smell a comeback. Will this game work? This could turn it all around. This could be the end. KO!
Yeah.
Guile wins.
Always. It's always a banger. In this game especially too. It's really good.
Who will emerge champion?
Okay, well there's 5. We are 4-1 right now. I'll take that.
A new warrior has entered the
All right, now I'll play some Yun. We will just pick. Oh, Thunderous, nice, an actual. Okay, Thunderous is a competent player. I'm not gonna disrespect him. I'm gonna pick my main shit.
fight, but only one.
Thunderous is a really good Bison, so
Training stage
yeah, B plus. Let's go.
is set. It's the battle of the century.
He's got the Goth Bison too.
The fight has finally begun. How long will this go on?
That hurts. I block those.
Fantastic combo. Could be the end. The fear out there is tangible. A counter. KO.
Oh, if I would have ultraed there, that actually would have worked. Okay.
What will happen now? Fight! And there's the first hit. What's next? This is it. The fight we've all been waiting for. Anything can happen now. Turn it all around. What an incredible technique.
Oh my god.
No one could have seen that coming.
Ah, I fucked up so bad, dude. I just missed every combo. That's the definition of what a choke looks like. Dying with full meter is the worst thing you can do in this game. So bad.
Battle has begun. Fight! A new warrior has entered the ring.
As much as I hate to say it, it's time to counterpick.
The curtain is raised on the world's most extreme fighting tournament. Who will walk away?
This character just holds forward and mauls people
Training stage.
at his best.
The stage
It's what we gotta do. It's what we gotta do.
get started. Fight! And there's the first hit. What's next? The fight has finally begun. Which one of these two will emerge on top? Where did that come from? Anything can happen now. I smell a comeback. I've never seen a combo that big. No one could walk away from that. Could be the last. This fighter is in the zone. The back lady is up. No one could see that coming.
Whew. Okay, okay, that was a little bit scary.
And the battle continues. Fight! And there's the first hit. What's next? This is it. The fight we've all... No one could have seen that coming. A devastating attack. I've never seen a combo that intense. KO! You wins. Perfect.
7 out of 10.
Let's get
Appreciate that,
started.
Kendo.
Fight!
least somebody believes in me. God.
A new warrior has entered the ring. The world's fiercest fighters await.
Let's go, Buki.
The last warrior.
Let's try to make this work.
Training stage. Your destiny will be determined. It's the battle of the century. Fight! And there's the first hit. What's next?
Oh, okay. I thought he would do.
I hope you're ready.
Okay.
All bets are off. Anything can happen now.
Yes.
Could this be the end?
I haven't hit one of those in a hot minute.
This fighter is in the zone. KO! Pick up the
All right.
pace. Fight! First hit. The scales have tipped. This is the one we've been waiting for. The ultimate battle of supremacy has begun. There's a devastating attack coming up. No doubt about it. There's no stopping this fighter.
Huh?
Never seen a combo that intense. This is too smart for that.
That was so bad. Okay, okay. Focus. God damn it. Why am I letting this happen, dude? I'm choking so fucking hard. Also, why is the frame rate so bad? Probably because it's display capture, not game capture.
This bout will determine who is the strongest. What a rush! I've never seen a combo that intense.
Okay, that was really dumb, actually.
I smell a comeback. Will this game work? What a rush!
No. Okay, I think I'm dead here. What was that Chip? I thought I blocked that. I might have just been crouching though. I think that might have been Chip. That was Chip. 8 out of 10. Ah, shouldn't be playing alts, man. My alts are not good enough to beat him.
Are you ready? Fight!
I just gotta play Ryu. My main shit. Alright, we got 2 more matches left. It's time to fucking focus up, dude. Oh, he said GG's. I think he might be done. Fuck, I hit my fucking mic arm. I was doing that so hard. Man, the weird thing is when I play this game, it gets really fucking hot in here too. It's really not that sweaty of a session, but could just be the preview lagging. Yeah, definitely. OBS does some really weird shit like that. There we go. I was trying to get that. That's a crazy combo. You could also do this. Like that. Hey, GG's, man. GG's. No, I know that was you. I know that's you. The Bipson too good. I can't disrespect it with my ults. The Buki's not even really an alt. I just press stuff, dude. That's such a sick blink, because even if you miss the medium, you can still get it with a jab. See? That's so good. Why is it so busted good, though? Yeah? I need an opponent, dude. I need my last 2 games, and then this is finished, dude. I say we play Yun. I honestly don't know. I just kind of fired up the stream, but we'll decide. Kind of feeling like Silent Hill 4, to be honest with you. This guy's actually good. He's an Akuma player, I'm pretty sure. Which this is a bad match for, so I shouldn't be playing this character, but... Oh, he's an Oni, okay. I'll play Yun. Yun is my second strongest character for sure, but that's also because he's a really, really good character. Like, he's easily top tier. Oh, okay, we got an A rank. Let's go. Haven't played an A rank in a hot minute. Fuck me. I missed my medium. That's gonna hurt. What the hell is he doing? Interesting. He was probably trying to react to a dash punch or a shoulder or something. But I wasn't going to throw that out unless I saw something. I was going to go for it too. Why wouldn't you in that scenario? Okay. All right. 9 out of 10. One more.
It's the battle of the century. Fight! A new warrior has entered the ring.
But yeah, Thunderous, you were saying I hit that solar plexus into low fierce consistently. I literally used to do that like 300 times in a row, over and over and over and over and over, for hours on fucking end when I was first learning this game. For some reason, I was just obsessed with learning that link, so it's like riding a bike trying to do it again, you know? Oh, nice bait, but it didn't do anything. I fucking ultra'd. You heard it. You saw it and you heard it. I fucking ultra'd. I should have hit that short. Fuck, man. Alright. Okay.
Who will emerge victorious? Fight! The first hit has been recorded. The fight is finally.
Nice. That's a huge combo.
Where did that come from?
I think I'm dead here. Yeah, I'm dead.
Ain't over till it's over.
I fucking mashed ultra so many times. GG's, Ghost. I mashed ultra like 6 times in a row. I didn't get it any of those times. GG's, Ghost. Let's go. Ah, it's so nice to have a set limit, dude, because honestly, that shit can get out of control quick. Whew. No salt. You just know when the session's done, the session's done. That's the first time I played in like 3 weeks, by the way. I had to install the game before I could even play it. So if I were back in practice, that could have gone a lot better, but unfortunately, here's where we are. Not bad. I think the record was like 7-3. I think. Lost to, no, I think it was 6-4. Whew. Anyways. Let's put this segment behind us, okay? Let's put this segment behind us. Forever. Boom. The real horror was the friends we made along the way. Smilers. Big smilers. Yeah, it was just a finger warming session. For what, though? Let's check the store. Honestly, let's check the store and see what's available, dude. I am curious. Wow, Lost in Vivo's $12. Let's see. Oh, fucking Layers of Fear. $30 for Layers of Fear. What a... Oh, that's the remake, though, right? Yeah, that's the remake. Not worth it at all. Oh, sorry. I just realized you can't see it. Dead Cells is included on Netflix? Turok 3 remastered. What the fuck? I didn't even know about this. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people playing and talking about Lethal Company, but I know nothing about it. TBH. I know nothing about it. Outside of NBA 2K24 and Ghost Recon, I don't know what any of these games are. I don't think I've ever even heard of them. Well, Horizon Zero Dawn, of course, but... Let's find out. Horror. By category. Themes. Horror. Oh, fucking Escape the Backrooms. Of course, dude. Of course you would. Yuppie Psycho? Dude, the fact that this game... Okay, I'm not going to say that, but this game is basically dead. Hey, what's up, Dr. Red? I hope you're feeling relieved that you don't have to go live tonight. I'm sure you are. Feeling very relieved. Overall, how was your November, Doc? How are you getting along this November? Are you feeling good, or...? You got chocolate and milk. Let's go. Wow, Diablo 4 $70 on here. Holy shit. Yeah, the Warriors is available on the PS3 store. You have an announcement? Oh, I'm going full screen for this. You beat my time. Haha, get wrecked noob. Anyways, it's okay, Doc. You don't have to beat around the bush. You did genuinely beat my time, and I have to sit here like a soy and accept it. Because, quite honestly, I don't have anywhere else to go. I have to sit here and take it like a man. I don't have anywhere else to go. The Warriors, nice. I've never seen the movie The Warriors, but everybody talks about it like it's the most amazing movie ever. I really should watch it. Oh my god, dude. Fucking Adobe emailed me to let me know that my Premiere Pro plan is increasing from $20.99 a month to $22.99 a month. You fucking piece of shit. Every one of my fucking subscriptions is going up. Netflix is going up. Hulu keeps climbing up. Amazon Video or whatever, Amazon Instant Video, whatever the hell it is. Every single subscription service just keeps going up and up and up. Like, it's already gotten to the point where we were paying less for, got to do 185 hours for the next October. Oh my god. Like, it's literally already got to the point where it's more expensive than cable used to be, you know? We used to be able to say, well, at least it's not as bad as cable. Well, not anymore. We can't say that. Because it fucking is more expensive. I mean, every fucking time I check my emails, it's like, oh, and they always phrase it in such a dramatic way. It's like, you trusted us to provide you with the best entertainment, and we let you down. And we're so sorry that we need to tell you this. Unfortunately, these platforms cost a lot of money to run. And we're very sorry. But we're going to have to increase your plan by $3 a month. It's like, dude, I would actually appreciate it more if you just straight up said, look, bitch, here's the new price. Deal. If you want it, keep it. If you don't, cancel your subscription. But this weird, like, apology shit that they go into, it's like, dude, just stop. By the way, me and Bridget did here's the funniest thing. Me and Bridget did a grocery order through DoorDash once, and they messed up a couple items. They literally sent me an email that said, you trusted us and we let you down. As if it's like some kind of trust exercise where we let them fall or some shit. Or other way around. You trusted us and we let you down, dude. Like, oh my god, feel better, bro. It's not that bad. Saw a True Blue video basically saying we ain't making the money we want, so if you want to watch To Catch a Predator, you have to pay. I was so sad. Oh, really? What's it called? Takedown? They've already said that about Takedown? That's just the fucking reality, man. Like, you know how I said at the beginning of the stream that I wasn't going to complain? There is one small thing that I'm going to complain about, and that's my fucking rent. We found out the other day that if we were to leave this apartment complex and come back, our rent would go up like $250. Like, we are, well, the term is grandfathered in, meaning we started our lease a long time ago. And so we have a lowered rate because we've been with the apartment complex since 2019. No, since 2020, actually. So we have a lowered rate since we've been here 3 years. But if we were to leave and come back, even if we just if we canceled the lease and reopened it for whatever reason, we would still have a $300 more expensive rent, which is fucking crazy. But it does still keep climbing every single year. Every single time that we re-up for another year, it goes up like $40. I'm not going to say the exact amount that we pay, but let's just say it's way too much. No, he's not Ryrog. No, they're separate people. I can answer that for you. Ryrog is literally just Ryrog420 when he's on his account. He comes in here. Hey, no problem, dude. Enjoy yourself. On Twitch.television, dude. By the way, guys, I made another discovery on my dad's account. Do you want to see it? All right, I'm going to reveal it for exactly 4 seconds. 3001 a MILF Odyssey. That's literally my dad's account. Caught red-handed. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Very questionable. Absolutely questionable. Literal 0.1 out of 10. Well, it is a VR game, I think. Is this a VR game? I don't fucking know. He has a HTC Vive, though. Actually, no, he has a Valve Index. He has, like, the best VR setup, so... The man's is diversifying his entertainment. But it is very awkward. He was actually supposed to be on the stream at some point this week. Obviously, I wasn't going to ask him about that, and I would ask that nobody else does either. Just keep it our secret, okay? But yeah, he was going to come on the stream this week, but he had a lot of stuff going on. Does my mom know? Probably not, to be honest with you. But she still works a lot, so... You know what? This conversation's getting really awkward, dude. I'm not... No. Let's... so the weather... I really would prefer to not talk about my parents' sex life if we could get off that topic. Anyways. So, the weather's been shit here. It's literally been depressively cloudy and rainy. And my whole first week at this new position has been really goddamn bizarre because I just got back from a vacation. I was off the entire last week of November. Basically, I was off like the 20th to the 27th. I come back and I do the 28th, 29th, 30th, and then today was the 1st, right? Well, it has just been really awkward. Like, all we've done is... like a bunch of people have been like, well, this position that you're in now never existed before. So you have to set the bar and you're going to define what this position does and what it is. I'm like, I mean, that's cool, but like, what do I do? I need to have like daily tasks, don't I? And they're all just like, nope, you define what your daily tasks are and you implement them and thumbs up. So it's been really weird because I basically had to just figure out what I'm doing. And also meet with like 30 fucking people this week. I mean, that was fun. Like, getting to meet a bunch of people on a new team was fun, but it was just like the gauntlet, dude. I just sat in here. I have a company hat, so I just sat in here looking exactly like I look now. Obviously no eyeliner. And I just did all the meet and greets and did it from this room. I mean, it was like a conversation starter. I was talking about the room and they were like, oh, is it soundproofed or do you do audiobook reading on the weekend and stuff? I was like, nah, I don't do anything like that. But one lady did say I had a nice speaking voice, so that was cool. Without eyeliner is cursed? For real? You think that? True. Without hat is more cursed? Nah, it depends on the haircut. Like, I've had haircuts that looked like bowl cuts when I took the hat off before, but this is not one of them. This one's fine. This one's fine. It's not that bad. Well, the fact that I have this is already weird enough. This fucking marshmallow ass looking bottle, but the black one comes in tomorrow, so we can finally rectify this. Serious question, you guys. Do we turn this into starting out a single person podcast? And then, like, do I actually record like an hour-long episode with different topics every maybe 2-3 times a week at first? And then do I start like trying to get people on here? Just people that I know at first, and then Galaxy buds are white, my phone is black. That's how my iPhones were for the longest time. Because I've gone black iPhones all the way. Literally all the way back to the 4. The only one I didn't get in black right away was the gold 5S, because that was the first year they had the gold color. And then eventually I got sick of it and I switched to the black one anyway. Whatever fancy you're doing, important is to still have fun. Yeah, for sure. Well, it's like, it's kind of like, I was watching a video the other day and a guy was like, the thing about live streaming is that you almost have to supplement it with a YouTube channel or at least some other platform or some other method, because just live streaming is really not enough these days to like actually grow your shit if you want to. And he's not wrong. He's actually 100% correct about that. But he was like, you have to diversify what you're doing. Otherwise, you know, what are you even doing? You have to decide on a direction for your own stuff. And you know what? The writing is on the wall. I need to make more YouTube videos. I really do. And literally my job now includes working in Adobe Premiere. So if I work on Adobe Premiere during the day and I work on Adobe Premiere at night, and when I'm off of work, then I can get really good at Adobe Premiere, you know? The more practice, you know, the more research I do into how to edit videos, it's going to be great. And I would love, I'm serious about this too. Serious. If I can find a permanent co-host and somebody who really wants to do this with me, I will send this to them. And we'll start. If I can find somebody that seriously wants to do this and really wants to go in on this and record like 100 episodes with me or some shit, I will send this to them. Podcasts are cool and you're good at doing them. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Wrong Panda was very kind about that too when I did 2 demo podcasts, one with Mag and one with my friend Nemesis. Ask DSP. No, dude, no way. Although, did you guys know, I talked about this the other day, did you know I actually emailed and got a response from Darkside Phil? I asked him for permission to use a 10-second clip of one of his Dead Rising remastered playthroughs where he fell off the side of the, yeah, dude. I literally emailed Phil Burnell. He was chill about it, yeah. Here, let me blur out my name if I can. Yeah, I can easily do that. Let me blur out my name because I'm trying to stop using my first name on here. Most people probably know what it is anyway, but I'm just not going to say it anymore. Okay. Okay. And then let me blur out my email as well. Okay. So here's what happened. Basically, I emailed him and I was trying to be as respectful as possible because I know that DSP is very hard to speak with sometimes. Like, he's so on edge about trolls that he thinks everything is a troll. So you have to be very, very direct and respectful with him or he'll be like, you're a troll, I'm not talking to you. So I said, hello, my name is, but I go by the name Stampede G on YouTube and Twitch. I'm currently working on a YouTube video with a premise surrounding a case for a Dead Rising 1 remake. I would like to ask permission to use a short clip from your video that demonstrates why the physics were less than ideal. The clip in question only spans around 10 seconds and is found at this exact timestamp. The bullets are infamous for pulling Frank over the railing, and this demonstrates that perfectly. Basically, when you get shot in Dead Rising 1, the bullets just kind of pull you in a random direction. And when you're fighting Carlito, it knocks you off of the railing of Entrance Plaza. That's what I was talking about there. And then I said, please let me know your earliest convenience. I will credit you fully in the video. Thank you. And then he responded like 4 or 5 hours later. Yeah, almost exactly 5 hours later, and just said, sure, go for it. And thanks for asking in advance. So now I get to make the clickbait video. I spoke with Darkside Phil behind the scenes, ... And I'll have people thinking that it's like a fucking the most drama-filled interaction that's ever occurred, and it's something as fucking benign as that. Now that's how you do clickbait. You make them wait the whole video too. Don't reveal it until like 9 minutes and 59 seconds in, because you know you got to get that 10 minutes to maximize the fucking ad revenue. But yeah, for real, I literally have, this is my first SM7B. This is the one that I bought late 2019 when I first started taking streaming seriously. But that one over there was an eBay buy. And like I said, if I can find somebody that's really serious about doing it and they want to do a 2-person podcast with me, I will send them the shit to be the co-host because I really want to do this. I really think we could make something interesting. My only problem is that I really want to talk about conspiracies, but the thing is that gets all of your shit demonetized if you do that. So we would have to come up with like a Patreon or something, but Patreon is kind of weird too, because unless you already have a following, doing a Patreon makes you look kind of greedy, because it's like, oh, I just started a YouTube channel, I'm trying to grow it. Here's also a Patreon where you can just drop money directly, you know? So I don't know. I don't know, man, but I'd love to do it. That's one thing. We can call it Water Finds Its Level. Yeah, dude. The Flat Earth. The What in God's Green Flat Earth Are You Talking About podcast? That would be fucking... That'd be so bad, dude. Literally a Flat Earth podcast. When people say water finds its level... Okay, so... What they mean by that is, have you ever seen water curve around anything ever? Unless it was like specifically designed to do so. If water is ever in like an open container, will it ever curve or like have weird bends or anything in it? No, it always is level. And so people use that as justification for the flat earth, because they say, well, how could the water curve around the ball? Because it would find its level. Like, but it's like, dude, there's a difference between the fucking Tupperware bowl on your counter and the earth. A tiny little difference. And it's like 5,000 miles of circumference and all this shit that we don't understand. Like, there's a massive difference between the two things. Just because you poured water into a fucking ramen cup and saw that it found its level doesn't mean... What's up, Gravity? Doesn't mean that the earth is flat. Dude, I could go for a fucking ramen cup, I tell you. Can I tell you guys something about the carnivore diet? It made me genuinely feel really shitty this week. And I think it was keto flu that I was experiencing. But dude, I felt so awful. Like I could not focus on anything. Like I could not focus on a singular task. I kept getting distracted by anything and everything. It was so fucking shitty, man. So I think I'm just going to do a calorie restriction diet where I just restrict myself to like 1,800 calories a day. Even if the NASA images were fake, looking at the sun, which easily shows the earth is round, guess in USA when the sun goes down, it goes up in Asia. Who would have known? Detoxing off gluten is hard. Absolutely, Gravity. Yeah, because we're so dependent on it in the States. So much flat earth stuff on my feed. Well, the thing about that, Dr. Red, that you're talking about with the NASA images, did you know that a guy working for NASA literally admitted to faking the famous blue marble photo? And if you don't know the blue marble photo I'm talking about, it was the default background for the very first iPhone. This one here, Blue Marble 2002. The guy that created this made an entire fucking explanation about how he basically went onto a Mac and pressed Command Z a lot, which is the paste button. And he said, unfortunately, I've never been to space. I have no idea what the Earth looks like. Like, what the hell? Why would you do that? So why did you create this image if you've never been to space? Why didn't they have somebody who has, you know, help you make this or what? And the thing is, the YouTube search results are so curated, it's like impossible to find the channels that actually talk about this stuff. Like you literally have to type in the channel word for word to find it. Like the YouTube search results are so curated, like it's so obvious that they're suppressing that content for a reason. Not a nefarious reason, just like, you know, they're suppressing it because they don't want they don't want to be associated with it because it makes YouTube look bad, you know. Let me find it. Because there is a video I was going to show. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things you could go into, like, you know, one of the biggest arguments, and this is the type of stuff that I'd love to talk about on the podcast, is like the somewhat believable, the insanity, and the highly plausible of each like major conspiracy theory. One bizarre thing that flat earth people will point out is that every single live Q&A session from the International Space Station, especially recently, everybody has been spamming for them to grab the camera and like turn it toward a window or turn it around, and they just ignore it. Like they never do it. Like there's a bunch of flat earthers who every time they do a live Q&A session, they all flood the chat. Can you guys grab the camera and move it? You know, can you show what's behind the camera? Can you show the other side of the thing? And they just ignore it. They never do it. And it's like, why wouldn't they just do it? Like, I mean, I get that it's probably rigged up to some very professional equipment, but like, you can't just show us what space looks like. Why not? There was also a video of George H.W. Bush, as in, you know, George W.'s dad, being wheeled into NASA. And there's a guy in the back who's literally in front of a green screen playing with a green ball. And the real footage of that was him supposedly playing with water in zero gravity. It's the same guy, the same motion, same everything. But in the video of George H.W. Bush being wheeled in, you can see that in the background, he's standing in front of like a grid with a green ball. I promise I'll show you. I'll show you. I have a video here that I'll show you. Yeah, here's another. Yes, this video is called Outer Space Isn't a Place. It's a cringy ass title. But look at this. They actually edited this footage of the astronaut like going back here. They fade him out. They literally fade him out. Watch. See? Look how they faded his ass out before he even got out of the frame. Right there. They literally faded him out. Why? Why did they digitally alter that? Yeah, another big argument is that the real spacewalks are happening in NASA's giant pool. You know, the giant pool that they have to practice in. People think that there's like a green screen at the bottom, and that's where all these bubbles are coming from. Because they're actually just underwater. They're not in space or anything. Yeah, so here's the blue marble photo, and here's how the guy explains how it was made.
It is photoshopped, but it has to be.
Then?
There was another layer to sort of simulate the atmosphere.
And then there's this little bright spot.
It's called the specular highlight. So it's the reflection of sunlight off of water.
Those are the pieces, but you can't just slap them all together.
It just didn't look realistic. It looks kind of flat, or the clouds are sort of too see-through. So I just hit Command Z a lot.
There's artistry to creating the world.
What I imagine it to be. Unfortunately, I'm not an astronaut. I've never been to space.
What? So the guy who made this famous photo of Earth is sitting there telling you he has no idea what it looks like. He's never been to space. And he just hits Command Z on his Mac a lot. And that's how he made the photo. What? Why? I'm not saying everything in this video is true. I'm just saying there's some weird stuff. Like these two, for example. Somebody asks them if they ever look out and look into the void, and they literally look at each other and wait for one of them to answer. As soon as one of them answers, the other agrees with it. Listen.
Some NASA actors say that you can totally see stars when you're in space.
Whilst in space, have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
Watch them stare at each other till they answer.
Because you can see, because you can see
what
stars.
the fuck?
Oh yeah,
All the time.
All the time you can see the stars.
It's not a black void. I mean, it's black, but there's all kinds of little polka dots.
There's all the stars there.
Polka dots?
You can see it during the day.
Yeah, you can.
A fucking PhD from the University of Arizona, and he's describing stars as little polka dots?
There's more than stars. You can see planets. You can see moons.
You see the gas Magellan clouds of the Milky
you
Way
see
galaxy.
the Magellanic clouds.
Magellanic. See, I just wanted the Magellan
there's a large
clouds.
one
I didn't
and a
want
small one, right?
Yeah.
And then you can see the zodiacal light.
Whoa.
But the NASA actors from 1969
Whoa.
say that you can't see the stars in space.
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics. I don't recall during the period of time that we were photographing the solar corona what stars we could see.
Please link me the channel. The channel's called ODD TV. It's a guy from Denver. His rap name is Overdose Denver. And he has a bunch of rap music and stuff that he makes, but he also makes these types of videos. Yeah, you can't find it because it's literally suppressed. You have to type in ODD TV. If you type all of his video titles directly in exactly as they appear, you won't find the videos. Like, they're completely suppressed. But anyways, enough about that. You guys get the idea at this point. You know, you get what I'm saying. I would love to, that's just like a concept. I would love to talk about this type of stuff on the podcast, like do a ton of research and then just sit and talk to someone who is like a diehard flat earth believer and just kind of like discuss back and forth and talk about all the different points and what does make sense and what doesn't make sense. And, you know, but of course with something like that, it would be like insta demonetized, and you would also have to, or demonetized, and you would also have to put disclaimers everywhere. Like, I know a lot of conspiracy videos that pop up on Facebook nowadays. When the video ends, like they talk about celebrities being possessed and all this stuff. And at the end of the video, they always say, disclaimer, this video is scripted and it's for entertainment purposes only, or something like that. So that Facebook doesn't, you know, delete their channels or whatever. Delete their pages. I am going to refill my water. Give me just a sec. All right. Anyways, enough about that conversation. We can move on. I was about to go off the rails, dude. Somebody should make that though. That'd be a fire ass conversation. Just get like two people, one that's a diehard flat earth believer and one who's like a scientist or an astrophysicist or whatever, and just put them at a table and just have them, you know, like hash it out and just have a long ass conversation about what does make sense, what doesn't make sense. That'd be great content right there. 100%. Well, see, that's the issue. Like, we need... people will probably argue that that's better content if they start arguing, but it's like, we've got to get to a point where we can, even if you 100% disagree with somebody, I'm not talking about politics, we need to get to a point where even if you 100% disagree with somebody's stance, like, we can still have a productive conversation about it. I feel like that's more worthwhile these days. Like, people are sick of the podcast mental breakdown videos, or like this person and this person get into a huge argument on the whatever pod. Like, nobody gives a shit. Well, there literally is a podcast called Whatever, but I'm talking about, like, you know, insert any podcast name here. You know what I mean. Sadly, most people can't communicate and also have different views. Yeah. Well, they can't. It's not that so much that they can't, they don't want to communicate. They refuse to communicate is what it comes down to. They refuse to communicate. Like, I knew a guy like that when I worked in retail, who literally, as soon as you started talking about, you know, politics of any kind, he would just start yelling and get extremely emotional and very angry. And one day I just said to him, like, dude, do you realize you come off as actually insane when you talk about politics? Like, he would just start yelling immediately. He's like, do you realize that this and fucking this and this? It's like, dude, chill the fuck out. We were just talking and you just exploded for no reason. I don't know, man. Somebody was telling me I should play Alan Wake. Oh, it was Pitt. Pitt said I should play Alan Wake 2. Actually, let me check. I have not even fucking opened the Epic Game Store in a while. I don't know if that's still... Like I said, you guys, it's kind of... Like I said, it's kind of weird to pay $60 for a game these days because I literally don't play video games unless I'm streaming at all. Like, I never play games unless I'm streaming. So it's, I can't really justify that. I usually want to wait till the games are on sale, you know? I feel like that's not bad reasoning. Waiting for this fucking Epic Games launcher to load so I can see if anything's on sale, but I doubt it. They usually wait until late December to put anything on sale. Like, it's not hard. You mean to have productive conversation and not scream at people? Well, you would think it's not hard, but... Surprise, surprise, it is for some people. Finally, holy shit. Oh, the Game Awards. Wow, I can't wait to tune into that. I can't wait to fucking tune in. Wow. Well, yeah, for 50 for the base game, but then there's all this additional fucking content you miss out on, so you may as well just fucking buy the deluxe edition. So in other words, no, it is not on sale. But, you know, people have given this really, really good reviews. But, oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like these little, this is something that Steam should implement. Not this though. Get rid of these No. I don't trust IGN. I don't trust any of these websites. Fuck out of here with that. I don't think there's a game good enough to make me pay 60. Nah, man. I don't think so. Well, okay, that's a lie. Resident Evil 4 Remake I did pay full price for the day it came out. But the only reason why I did that is because that was a guaranteed slam dunk. Like, there was no way that game was going to be garbage, you know? I don't think anybody thought Resident Evil 4 Remake was going to be garbage. Like, that's just not what Capcom does. Like, there were some people that were really disappointed with it, and they thought that it didn't have the level of polish that some of the other remakes had, but at the end of the day, it was an amazing, successful game. So, like, the sales were through the fucking roof. And it got really good reviews everywhere, so. Yeah, dude, it's like, and I think Malum was talking about this. I think Malum was talking about this in the Discord, and he was saying, like, it's crazy how we just take for granted how good Capcom's games like still are. The fact that they're still putting out good games, and they could very easily just go to shit if they wanted to, but they haven't, is amazing. It's like, yeah, it fucking is, dude. Like, we're over here getting shit like Silent Hill fans have gotten absolutely fucked. We're getting Silent Hill Ascension and Silent Hill F and Silent Hill Townfall and the 2 remake and all this stuff, and there's no guarantee that any of this stuff is going to be good. In fact, if the history is anything to go on, it's going to be terrible. But Capcom has not put out any, ever since the RE engine came out, Capcom has not put out a bad Resident Evil game. I think that's, no, I did not play Ascension. I refuse to play Ascension. Absolutely refuse. But yeah. It's just an embarrassment is what it is. Like, it's one of those things where they're trying to gotcha ties Silent Hill. They're trying to make it into a fucking mobile game, and they're trying to do all this monetization with, like, a legendary sticker that says it's trauma and all this other shit. It's like, I just can't do it, dude. I really can't do it. I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. Hey, appreciate that, Wrong Panda. Hey, I was talking about you a little bit ago because I was thinking about reviving the podcast idea. And I was talking about how you gave me some good feedback on my trial runs. I was talking about a concept where we do have conspiracy conversation, but we tackle it in a different way, where we talk about the insane, the somewhat possible, and the very likely plausible aspects of every different theory, like flat Earth and Illuminati and all that stuff. I think that'd be a cool idea, but you have to be very careful with that on YouTube because they love to demonetize that shit in an instant. So yeah. Oh, I love this rain, man. There's also this concept of like mixing your mic or EQing your mic in a way that it sounds pleasant over car speakers, and that's what I've done. I've tried to do it in that way because a lot of people love to listen to podcasts when they're like driving to work or they're leaving work. I like to do that too. You know, I used to be one of those guys that always had to have my music playing all the time. I had to have my playlist. I had to have my fucking Alisana, my Alexis on Fire, my fucking May. I had to have all that stuff. And no, nowadays I just like to listen to people talk about stuff as I'm driving. And it's podcasts that have like nothing to do with anything you think that I'd be interested in. It mainly just depends on how good their voice is and what they happen to be talking about. And the pace at which they speak is very important. If they're speaking really quick and they're like frantic and high-pitched voice, I can't do it. But if it's like somebody who's got a fairly deep voice, who's talking at a slow pace, like, yeah. A popular setup is one person knows a lot about the subject and explains it to someone who knows nothing about it. Yeah, that would be cool too. That's kind of like the Joe Rogan formula. You know, Joe Rogan is a guy who admittedly is not, you know, he doesn't have a degree in any particular, you know, science per se, but he's extremely interested in things like nutrition and health, science and astrophysicism and all these different things. So he gets experts on the show and just kind of asks them burning questions that he's always had about a lot of those things. Like, for example, he had that one doctor, Rhonda Patrick, on there, and he was talking to her about, you know, the carnivore diet, because she's a very traditional nutritionist doctor. She doesn't believe in incredibly restrictive diets like that. So he was asking her, like, you know, if this is what your education has led you to believe, what do you have to say about all these people that have done carnivore and had amazing results? You know, that's awesome content, because you have somebody who's literally a doctor who can comment on something that has all this anecdotal evidence that people are, you know, people are just loving this diet and it's changing their lives and it's doing all these great things for them. Like, how do you explain this if that doesn't align with traditional nutritionist teachings? You know, I say nutritionist teachings as if it's like a cult or something, but you get what I mean. Behind the bastards and the dollop. But it's all in the voice. Like, I'm going to admit it. I love Review Tech USA's voice. I could listen to that dude. It doesn't matter what he's talking about. I just like to listen to his voice. He talks into one of these bad boys and I just listen all day. I don't care what the fuck he's talking about. I listen and pay attention to what he's talking about, but it ultimately doesn't matter what he's talking about because his voice is just so damn good. So Rich, you'll never see this, but Rich, I love your fucking voice. I'm obsessed with audio and you have an amazing voice. Somebody please don't actually send that to Rich, because then a bunch of people are going to be like, "Oh, you're a dick writer and this, that, or the other." You know how the internet does. I think YouTube is actually down. Either that or my internet's down. No, it's not my internet. It's actually YouTube. Am I friends with any comedians or comedy writers? No. Most of my friends are pretty similar to me. Like my friend Tusk, like he just had a daughter, so I wouldn't ask him. Like, he's got a 9-to-5 and he just had a daughter, so I wouldn't ask him to be a co-host or anything, but I would love to find somebody who's like really driven to shoot like 50 episodes with me. Oh yeah, Tusk is fucking hilarious. Seriously, he is. He's so much funnier than me, man. But again, I need to find somebody who I have good chemistry with and is really seriously working who really wants to shoot like 50 episodes with me, you know. I'd love to do that. Like over 90 days, just make like fucking as many episodes as we possibly can. Yeah, having a funny partner helps because you can be like their foil, you know. It's like the Conan O'Brien thing, how anytime he's in a pressure-filled situation, he'll find like someone in the crowd to be his foil and just use that as like a through line to get through the situation. It's so smart. Then again, he is Harvard educated and very intelligent, so. But I think ultimately what it comes down to is I love this format. When I see people who have like an established show, they've got their whole setup and they're just talking about something that they're either very knowledgeable about or they've been doing a lot of research about, I find myself just getting lost in the video. Like, I love that long format, just discussion of, I mean, dude, it can be anything. Like here lately, I've been listening to the weirdest fucking podcasts. Like I've been listening to financial advice podcasts like crazy just because like the voices on those dudes, it's so good. And like, you know, the voices, and they're extremely knowledgeable about what they're talking about and you actually learn a good bit. I think long format stuff like this, and YouTube is trending that way too, because if you think about the video essayists, like video essayists, I mean, even my video could be considered a video essay. They're blowing up right now. People, like 1 hour is the new 10-minute mark. You guys remember a few years ago when the meme was like, oh, you got to hit 10 minutes. You're pushing for 10 minutes. Now everybody's pushing for like a fucking hour-long documentary about everything and anything and everything. Everybody wants to make a 1 hour documentary about it. And it's like blowing fucking channels up like crazy because people are loving this content. They love the long format stuff. And it's just this wave. We're at the fucking top of the wave right now. And you can basically, you know, as long as you're able to secure doing weird, super obscure tales about hauntings or ghosts, stuff that's Silent Hill inspired. Yeah, that would be really cool too. Been watching a 9/11 iceberg. It's actually a hard freaking watch. Didn't realize there was so much footage and audio. Yeah, there's a channel. There's a dedicated channel on YouTube that has like every angle that was recorded that day. And it's in like incredibly high quality. Like some of it's been AI upscaled and everything. I forget what the channel's called, but there's a dedicated channel for compiling all of that. Yeah, I forget what it's called, man, but that's literally like the whole function of the channel. Yeah, I don't know. It's really tough to search for it because it's like, how would you even find it? Come on. But yeah. No, that's an awesome idea, Panda. Like, there's so many awesome ideas. My biggest issue right now is like, I'll be honest, streaming is easier. It's so easy to just come into this room, turn on the lights, and click start streaming and just talk and play games. Like, it's so much easier, but the problem is in the year 2023, whether people want to hear it or not, whether I want to admit it or not, you cannot grow by strictly streaming. You need to do other things. You need to make YouTube videos. You need to make meaningful content on your YouTube channel. You need to have other ventures. And that's just the reality of it. You have to have a multi-pronged approach nowadays. And, you know, I just got to stop being lazy. You know, of course, I'm going to take the easy path every single time if I can. But I have a set schedule now. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that frees up 4 days a week to work on YouTube, and I'm just not doing it. I need to do it. Yeah, most podcasts are very personality driven, and it's really tough to look at yourself objectively because, of course, or I guess you would say look at yourself subjectively, because, of course, you don't want to sit and talk like you're amazing or something. There should be the battery box right there. The Rayvac battery box. Just grab it out of the controller in the living room for right now. Bridget's Xbox Series X controller died, so she needs more batteries. She's been playing a bunch of Death Stranding lately. That's a game I really should revisit. You gotta download Roblox, play Blocks Fruits, the One Piece MMO. Is that what you were playing the other day? Where everybody was like running and dashing and jumping really high in the air. Oh, I just saw that thing you said about Rich. If only he put more effort into good content and stuff and not a lol cow would be 10 out of 10 YouTuber. Yeah, I think Rich is like unhealthily obsessed with DSP. Like he watches and reacts to and comments on like every single thing that DSP does. What about the Fortnite stream? Oh, dear God, dude, I literally would have to download Fortnite and it would just be all default stuff, dude. Like I don't know. That would be a meme ass stream. That would actually have to be a goal of a stream that we did. And politics, like I want to watch a video about tech and stuff, not screaming over YouTuber and government drama. Yeah, I know, dude. Like, and that's such a dangerous endeavor to go down. Like, if you're going to open that door, you need to be prepared to like run through it and own it. Act like you own the place. That's the analogy. It's like, if you're going to open the politics and religion door, there's a lot of shit that's going to come with that. And whatever side you choose, there's going to be a whole other side on the internet that now has a bunch of hatred and vitriol towards you. As far as American politics, especially. So you open that door and you got to deal with the consequences. So for me, if you're making content, I think it's best to keep that shit closed. Keep it strictly about entertainment and don't even touch that shit with a 50-foot pole. You know what I'm saying? People want fun. Yeah, and it's like, it's kind of like my stream rule down there where it says don't try to discuss sensitive topics with me while I'm live. Like, people come to this stream to get away from that shit. They're not here to, like, they just got done, say, with a stressful day at work, like I do before I go live sometimes. The last thing I want to do is insert myself into another stressful conversation. Like, I come here to decompress, as I'm sure most other people do. Otherwise, why would you watch? You know, nobody wants to watch something on Twitch that's going to stress them out. Most people watch Twitch to decompress. So, you know, that I have a vent channel in my Discord. If you want to discuss those sensitive things, discuss it there. It's a great place for those types of conversations, and that's why that channel is there. That's why it is a channel in my Discord. It wouldn't exist if I didn't want it to. Hang on, you guys. I gotta check on Snick. She's not feeling very good lately. We think it's just allergies or a hairball. Because she had these symptoms like 4 or 5 months ago, and that's what it was. But I'm just checking on her every couple hours to make sure she's okay. She's not got any major symptoms or anything. She's just got a little bit faster breathing than normal, and she's trying to cough every now and then, but then she re-swallows the hairball. So it literally is a hairball. We're just trying to make sure she passes it okay, and that she doesn't get any other complications. So just gonna check on her really quick. Yeah, I've got some medicine coming in today from Amazon as well for respiratory stuff in case it's allergies. And we've also got hairball treatment here that we're giving her periodically. So we're doing everything we can, and if she doesn't improve tomorrow, then we'll take her in. All right, she's doing fine. Yeah, she's, like I said, she's just breathing a little bit fast, and occasionally she'll try to cough up the hairball. I think she's just got one that's really stuck. She had this a few months ago as well, and that's exactly what it was. I looked over one day, and she coughed it up. It was like a fucking massive hairball full of Zero's hair, because they occasionally groom each other. She has short hair, so her hair is short enough she doesn't really get hairballs, but Zero sheds like crazy, so when she grooms him, she gets hairballs from his hair. It's bullshit. What an asshole. Nah, she's okay. Like I said, we're keeping a close eye on her every couple hours. I'm checking on her, and she's okay. Still got her appetite. She ate twice a day fine. She's drinking plenty of water. Still has plenty of energy. She's not open mouth breathing or anything, so she's fine. Well, she's not 100%, but she's not, you know, the symptoms are all very minor. So she's okay. And she was playing earlier too. We got her a little mouse that has catnip in it. She was playing with it too. So she's got plenty of energy. She's still herself. Just feeling a little bit under the weather. It happens to cats too. They get allergies, they get asthma, they get all kinds of stuff, just like we do. Anyways, no, I really do want to record this, and I'm okay with it just being solo. There's just a few things that I need to work on. Yeah, I'll tell you guys a quick story, although it's a little bit sad. I was never a cat person per se. I had a Himalayan cat when I was younger named Frasier, because my parents loved the sitcom Frasier. And he died when he was like a year and a half old because he got really bad kidney blockage. And I didn't really understand it at the time because I was like 7 years old. And so I was like, well, that sucks. You know, that sucks. But like I was very, very attached to him, but like it didn't impact me very much. And I just kind of decided like I don't want to be a cat person anymore because I don't want to get that attached again. Well, fast forward to 2019, I lived with Tusk, and he had this cat. I actually have some photos of him, or at least I should. He had this cat who was just amazing. I mean, he was the most lovable, loved to be held. All he wanted in life was to be held by you. When you got home, if you had a shitty day, this dude was on the couch in a millisecond being like, can we, you know, he would like jump on you. He'd immediately fall asleep. He'd do like the bread loaf on you and shit. And he turned me into a cat person again. And Christmas 2019, he also died from stomach cancer. So 2 times I got attached to cats and they died shortly after. So like that was horrible. But when we made the decision to adopt Snick, we've kept a very, very close eye on them. Very, very close eye. We're really meticulous with them. We make sure that they're in good health. We check them all the time for little symptoms and making sure everything's all right. So, yeah, let me find it here because I know it's in it. It's a shitty thing, man. Like, pets just don't, cats or dogs especially, they just don't live very long. So it's like, it sucks. Like, having a pet is such an amazing experience, but, you know, when they start to get older, they start to get health problems. It sucks so much, man. It just takes so much out of you. I'm gonna find it. I know it's in here. Hey, do you have that Polaroid of Jonesy? Yeah, the one that's on the, it's either on the fridge or that pegboard over there. Yeah, we took Bridget had a Polaroid camera for a little while and she was taking Polaroids of stuff. We took one of him. His name was Jonesy, named after the alien cat. We had an awesome goldfish. Was sad when they died. Worst thing is when one died, the others grieved to death. So within like a couple weeks, they're all dead. Yeah. And it's like, it's not much. Like you think in terms of a pet, you usually like to interact with your pet, like hold the pet. Obviously you can't interact with fish that way, but it just sucks. Like you can't feed them during the day anymore. You know that it's a living thing that's not with us anymore. So like, it doesn't matter how small the interactivity was. It still sucks when that happens. You got it. You can hold it way closer to the camera. Yeah, that's Jonesy. That was Tusk's cat. He was amazing. Best cat I've ever interacted with. I'm not even just saying it either. Like he was even better manner. He was even better temperament wise than Snick and Zero. He really was. He was literally just a dog. That's what he was. All he wanted was to be held 24/7. He was the best. But, you know, that's just the nature of it, unfortunately. Got to be ready for that. And you know, it's ultimately it's a part of being a responsible pet owner. That's something that Tusk used to harp on a lot. He said that a lot. It's like, you know, you just have to know when it's time, because the last thing you want to do is like keep your pet alive if it has like severe arthritis or anything like that. Like, why would you do that? Got to know when to call it, you know. Oh, I just realized the song stopped. Oh, you know what I need? The Day of Night. Yeah. I forgot this slowed video of the Day of Night. Oh, I used to do so many. We used to talk about the craziest shit while the song was playing. It's amazing how so many of these old Silent Hill songs that ultimately are just like little ambient songs that change chords just a few times or change notes just a few times are so infectious that we're still listening to them 22 years later. I know I won't stop. Like I said the other day, my Fubar 2K, my Silent Hill playlist, has 58 weeks of playtime, and it's only going to go up because I never close Fubar. But yeah, Doc, dude, when I finished October, Bridget can tell you that first night, animals don't have the same drive as humans have for living as long as possible. Most humans would rather be bedridden than die. Animals are different. When they're suffering to the point of can't even eat, and eat skinny and in pain all the time, they basically just waiting to go. Yeah, because they're more just tell them goodbye and finally let them sleep. Exactly, dude. Like, my mom, for example, she had a Great Dane named Kahlua after the alcoholic coffee mix drink, because she was a brindle, which is the Scooby-Doo color. And she lived to be 12 years old, or 11. Yeah, she lived to be 11, which is very, very old for a Great Dane. And it just got to that point where they had so much arthritis medicine. They had tons of arthritis medicine that she was taking. And I went over there one day and I was like, it's time. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, it's getting close. I can tell. Cause like she could barely even get off the bed. Like, all she wanted to do was just lay on a bed all day. So, it sucks, but, you know, that's just unfortunately the nature of it. And, you know, people, understandably, when that happens, they're like, I don't want pets anymore because I don't want to go through that. And why would you? Who wants to go through that? Yeah, here he is again. Look at him. That's Jonesy. Dude did not care if you like rubbed his belly or anything. He did not care whatsoever. That dog lived a very long life for a Dane. I guess it's easy for me to say, but let the doggo die at least somewhat, not suffering. Yeah, she did. Pretty shortly after that, she ended up taking her to the vet and they put her to sleep, but yeah. The song always like gets me talking about the most serious shit, man. That's not why people came to this stream. We just talked about discussing sensitive topics, for the love of God. But no, you know, I've just kind of got on that because that's why we're so meticulous about checking our cats and making sure that they're in good shape. Like when I took Zero in to get him fixed, for example, they gave him all of his shots and everything. And he's been in like unbelievably great health ever since. But, you know, Snick had a couple times where I think she might have asthma. She might actually have cat asthma. So if the respiratory medicine I ordered, and it was decently expensive stuff, so hopefully it works. But if the respiratory medicine doesn't work, we're going to go ahead and take her in. Because like I said, right now she's eating fine, drinking fine, has plenty of energy. She's playing. I haven't noticed anything weird about her stool. Doesn't seem like, you know, any kind of like tapeworms or anything that I can notice. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'll definitely be taking her in if she doesn't improve after the respiratory treatment tomorrow. My aunt's Chihuahua I was talking about lived till like 21 or 22 or something, man. Holy shit. And it was beyond time to let her sleep. Last time I saw her, she barely loped over to me to let me pet her. She was old and tired. You could tell she was ready to go. I don't think she was put to sleep though, which is sad because her death was probably rough. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And they fucking charge so much money to euthanize pets too. Like, dude, you go and they're like, well, your pet has fucking inoperable heartworms or some shit. It's like, we can't do anything about it. We have to euthanize them. It's like, how much does that cost? fucking $300. Yeah, seriously, the cost to euthanize pets at places can be really expensive. Yeah, the cat euthanasia performed in a veterinary hospital may be around $150 to $300. If it's performed at your home, it can vary from $290 to $550. Yeah, dude, how many people, like, this is what's so disgusting about America is, like, you'll see a person in your town, for example, will pass away, and then the family makes a goddamn GoFundMe so that they can pay for the funeral expenses, because it's like thousands of dollars, literally profiting off death. And nobody bats an eye because, that's just how it is, you know? Gotta spend money to make money. It's like, I know your grandma just died, but I gotta make money too, buddy. It's fucking disgusting, dude. Well, that's why most people go with cremation. No, I'm not joking whatsoever, Kendo. That is not a joke. That, you know, GoFundMe probably pays for more healthcare shit than insurance does in America. Like, if a famous person or a pseudo-famous person has like a big medical condition that they come down with, they'll most likely open a GoFundMe to help with the expenses. That's just how it goes. Because insurance is dog shit in America. It just is. It's been that way for decades, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Like Tusk just the other day sent me a thing where he took his baby daughter. She's literally like 3 months old now, if that. I don't even think she's 3 months old. 2 months or something. But he took her into the hospital the other day, and it was like $1,000 for a routine pediatric checkup. And there was a little line on the bill that said, your insurance paid $0 and 0 cents. Had to pay that bitch all out of pocket, $1,000 just to go get a quick checkup. What the fuck are we doing, man? And that's not even mentioning the cost of having a baby delivered at the hospital. That'll set you back several $1,000s if you didn't know. Now you do. Yeah, fucking welcome to America. Like, I don't know, man, but I don't really want to get into that conversation because that gets into the whole, you know, some people, when you say things like this, they're like, oh, so you hate America. It's like, no, I don't hate America. I don't hate America at all. I just think that there are glaring problems in the way that we do certain things, and I would love to see them improved. I feel like that's a fairly standard point, but yeah, I'm not getting into that because we just talked about opening that door and I ain't opening it. I'm leaving it slammed, closed, locked, and I'm fucking swallowing the key. And jamming a fucking ice pick in it so nobody else can open it. Like, we have to tackle issues. We can't ignore the bad just because there's some good too. Yeah, exactly. Nothing is black or white. There's always gray area. There's always nuance, but not today. You go to Twitter or wherever the fuck, and if anybody wants to discuss something, it's either all this or all that. There's no room for discussion or nuance whatsoever. It's either, you know, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. I would just reiterate it like a fourth time, but you get it. But yeah, would you guys, so as far as games, would you guys prefer that I keep playing like PC stuff fairly modern, or would you want me to go back to like PlayStation 1 stuff or PS2 stuff? Because you know, where I just did the Silent Hill Marathon like just about a month ago, I kind of want to wait on those a little bit because I don't ever want to get sick of them. So I kind of want to pace out the Silent Hill story marathons. You know, playing them individually is okay, but, and then of course there's always Homecoming and Downpour. MG, I would love, we should do a Metal Gear Solid marathon, dude. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I haven't played 4 in a long time, dude. That was such a fun game. Some parts of it were really weird, like going back to Shadow Moses was a little bit odd because you could tell they tried to remodel some of those areas, but they still looked way different. One thing about MGS4 I really don't like though is the Drebin system, where you just like basically once you get to the halfway point of the game, you have so many Drebin points you can get whatever weapon you want, and it just turns into like a standard third-person shooter. I always get out of those touchy conversations by saying many things can be true at the same time. People don't know how to respond. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, it's the same thing with like internet rumors, right? Like, I mean, the people, if again, I've said this so many times, but if you guys could see my whispers and the shit that people have called me like a dick sucker and all this stupid shit. Like they say I take it up the ass, or they say the F slur, I'll call it, but you know what I'm talking about. All these different things, like, you know, nowadays we have this culture where like a rumor can spark and it can literally become such a strong rumor that nobody even cares anymore whether or not it's true. It's just because there's such a fervor about it, and so many people have just decided in their minds that either you're guilty of something or you are a certain way, and nobody gives a shit what the truth actually is. They just want to be angry about stuff, you know? Why would anybody say that? Because the eyeliner, they think I'm gay or something? Yeah, it's entertainment. Like, nobody wants it to work out to where the person isn't actually what they're being accused of. They always want the person to be guilty, so, you know, that sparks up the drama machine. I had someone ask me the other day, am I gay? That was the first time I was asked that, and I couldn't help but laughing. And it's like, first of all, even if I was, why would it matter? I'm not, just for the record, but even if I was, why the fuck would it matter? Like, does it have any bearing on whether or not you want to watch my content? Because if it doesn't, then why would you ask such a question? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does that even matter? Have I ever sat here and talked about my sexuality? Not a singular time. Because that's not what my shit's about. If it was like part of my, I don't know, if it was part of my content to talk about that, then maybe, but it's not. So why would I do that? You know, Pitt, one of my other mods, Pitt, he always said that it just feels like it's more about control. You know, he's like, you look at these people who are really trying to stoke the flames of this type of stuff. Like somebody, just as an example, the whole Pro Jared thing. Basically, Pro Jared got accused of sending nudes to some lady that was not his wife, so he was having an affair or something. But right around the same time, a couple of underage guys took the opportunity to say, yeah, he sent the nudes to us as well. This is all alleged. Disclaimer, I'm not extremely well versed in this situation, but I do know that part. And so he basically got destroyed. He lost like 200,000. He lost like the most amount of subs lost in a singular like weekend over this. And he basically had to go silent. He had to get a lawyer. He had to get everything together. And then he waited like 4 or 5 months and he released a video that had all the evidence that he was actually innocent. But it doesn't matter because that happened and people still know him as the guy who sent nudes to X, Y, and Z person. His career will never be the same. At least that will always be like a stain on his like career, you know? Well, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let's check out his channel. Let's see what he's up to these days. Yeah, like he has 883,000 subs. He hasn't uploaded in 7 months. And his views are way lower than what they used to be. Like his views are in the double digit thousands when they used to be like millions and millions of views per video. Like he used to get near 1 million views on a brand new game review that he would do. Several of his videos are over 1 million views. Yeah, he's recovering, but he can never fully recover. Like, if he had never lost those subs, he would have hit 1 million by now, and it just killed all of his momentum. So he'll never be able to grow like that again. And this weird obsession with, like, diving into people's personal life and like, sexual stuff that they have going on. It's like, very bizarre to me. Like, if I watch somebody, especially for video game content, why do I give a fuck if they sent a nude to another adult? Like, yeah, if it's an affair or something, or if it's cheat, like the whole Try Guys thing where that one guy was found to be cheating on his wife. It's like, yeah, that fucking sucks, man. But like, at the end of the day, it's none of my fucking business. Yeah, he was very close to 1 million. Like, does that have anything to do with the Try Guys content whatsoever? No. The sad part of that is with some of his peers even deleted some of their collab VODs, not even asking Jared the truth. Yeah, and those videos, I guarantee they're not going to put them back up because then those people would lose face. They're not going to put those back up. If you know, if you come to a conclusion or you jump to conclusions quickly, you decide to delete your collaboration videos and like, oh, I'm doing this because I believe in this, that, or the other. If it turns out that the person is actually innocent and you then restore those videos, then you just look like a bandwagoner of sorts. Like, you lose your credibility as well. So you have to at least make a decision and stick to it according to the internet, because you can't change your mind ever. Otherwise, you're a flip-flopper. You know how they say. If you change your mind on literally anything ever, you're just a flip-flopper. Or you didn't have the balls to stick with your opinion. Peanut Butter Gamer. Is that other guy that was on Normal Boots for a while, the JonTron website? In stuff, they basically just disowned him. Yeah. I tell you, man, this fucking YouTuber, I can see why Keemstar's show Drama Alert was so successful. He literally just capitalized on the trashiest of YouTube drama. He still does, doesn't he? Still run that show? 5.45 million fucking views. Yeah, he hasn't uploaded in 7 months. I think he's actually retired now. No, I think he said he was actually retiring from Drama Alert. Jesus, the fucking official music video for Dollar in the Woods has 11 million views. And oh my god, don't even get me started on the fucking beauty community on YouTube, dude. They are literally the most drama-filled cesspool community imaginable. Fucking that whole like James Charles thing and Tati Westbrook or whatever. I just remember it. If you search on YouTube beauty community, it will literally give you an autofill that says, why is there so much drama in the beauty community, and beauty community drama. That is what everybody cares about. Nobody gives a shit about the actual beauty content anymore or whatever. It's all about just who's beefing with who and who fucked over whose sponsorship and this, that, or the other. Fucking crazy, man. I highly doubt he covered the truth of the Pro Jared situation. He got his money from the drama like everyone else and then dropped it. Yeah. It's just a fucked up situation, dude. Like, when you got that target on your back, there's very little you can do to get it off your back. I mean, the only thing you can do is go silent and compile all the evidence. But while you're going silent and compiling all the evidence, all of your hard work is being destroyed for something that's not even true. You know? It's a fucked up situation to be in. How come there are no ASMR dramas? Because there's not a lot of collaboration in the ASMR community. Though if there were more collaborations, I guarantee you there would be. This is something I will give Rich credit for. Yes, he has admitted in the past when he was wrong about things, and he's owned up to it. That I respect the shit out of that, because there's some people that will stick to their guns no matter how stupid it makes them look, and it makes people lose all respect for them, including me. It's like, dude, if you fuck up, you don't have to like grovel on your knees and beg for forgiveness. Just say, yeah, I'm sorry, I fucked up and I shouldn't have assumed that about that person, and I was wrong, plain and simple. Everybody can be wrong. And there you go. It's so easy to just do that, and then you just move on and you never talk about it again. But instead, some people like to they just keep digging the hole and they never want to admit if they're wrong. Man, I'm so glad I got punished as a teen. Like, I hated my life as a teen for a little bit, because all that happened was I got caught for lying constantly and punished frequently for it. But I'm glad that that happened in retrospect because it taught me like, man, just telling the truth is so much fucking easier. Seriously. Being able to tell people no, stop being a people pleaser, and stopping the frequent, like, compulsive lying for no goddamn reason was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm never wrong even when I am. Exactly, dude. No, because here's what they'll do. They'll spin it and they'll say, well, look, I might have been wrong in this instance, but I did the right thing by assuming this, that, or the other. Or, but I had good intentions. I meant well. Motherfucker, I don't care if you meant well. You were wrong. Admit it. Saying that you meant well is such an excuse, you know? My brother is like that. Here's how my brother's brain works. He'll say something, for example. I got to the point where I would have to record him talking to me because he would straight up lie and say that he didn't say things that I knew he said. Like, that's how horrible he was. He'll say something. A couple hours later, I'll ask him about it. I didn't say that. Play back the fucking recording. Yes, you did. Oh, well, even if I said that, that's not what I meant. You know, he'll just keep... The cycle just never ends. Even if I said that, that's not what I meant. Sure sounded like you meant it. Well, that's just you overreacting, though, because that's not at all what I meant. You know, it's like there's just no accountability whatsoever. Dude, your life would be so much easier if you just say, oh, fuck, I forgot I said that. Sorry. Well, you know how much easier that is? Even that's not good enough. How about you just fucking admit to what I know you said? Like, what is with all this lying and shit? What's the narcissist's prayer? That didn't happen. If it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it is, that's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserve. Absolutely, dude. Dude, I'm fucking screen capping that. That is literally my brother in a fucking nutshell. I'm screen capping that shit because that is just far too accurate. The narcissist prayer. Wow, I've never heard of that concept before, but it's so fucking accurate. It's unbelievable. Yeah, Ben, anybody that knows what I said. Yeah, so I can tell you about like the huge falling out that happened with him. So basically, never mind. I can't get into this story because I would have to leak personal details, but without getting into too much, he was in the Air Force or no, he wasn't in the Air Force. He was just in the Army. And he, never mind. I'm not going to get into that. Never mind. But, let's just say he told some tall tales. Okay. Not about his time in the Army, but about something completely unrelated. He told some tall tales, and when he was called on it, that basically was the end of it, because he can't handle being called out about anything. He literally has like a glass jaw. As soon as you call out one thing that he wasn't fully telling the truth about, he just descends into, well, I guess I'm just a fucking piece of shit, and I guess I'm just worthless, and you just want me dead, don't you? You know, it's like immediately try to spin it around and make you feel bad for calling out something that was incorrect. Like, nah, man, you're not going to pull that bullshit with me. And his strategy for getting away from me when that happens is just to block me. It's a very cowardly thing to do. Yeah, it's very, very manipulative. And he did that with Tusk as well. Because Tusk also reached out to him and was like, hey, man, this does look kind of weird. Like, it has nothing to do with me, but he's like, this does look kind of weird. Like, can you like explain what's going on here? Like, what is that? And he basically did the same thing. He's like, oh, you're making me feel ashamed, and oh, you need to stop listening to him because he makes shit up all the time. And then he basically had a falling out with all my other friends as well, and that's why we don't talk to him anymore. It's very disgustingly manipulative, but whatever, dude. Honestly, I have better interactions with several other people than I ever did him. So all that shit about, oh, you guys are brothers, you should find a way to make it work. No, we've tried, and we've tried, and we've tried. There's no getting around his mentality ever. There never will be such a thing. I mean, how many fucking chances am I supposed to give somebody? 8, 9, 10? I've done it. No, I've done it so many times. We've tried it. It doesn't work. We're not compatible people. We're oil and water. But I will say I'm the happiest I've ever been now. So it's no problem at all. You know the sense of relief that I feel when I sit down and I'm like, damn, I don't have to like waste time trying to make a relationship with them or try to force it to work, you know? God, what a relief it is, I tell you. And living with him, oh my God. I've told this before, but like stealing rent money and then lying about it, like stealing shit out of the fridge and lying about it, stealing food and lying about it, going and just jumping in and taking a shower when he knew we needed to get ready for work, like just dumb shit. Like it was literally like living with a fucking 14-year-old that had never lived by themselves before, but he was 26 at the time. He was like 25 and 26. He had no excuse. He just had no semblance of like, oh, these are roommates. They may actually need to do things. But he just, whenever he wanted to do something, he just did it and did not give a shit. Yeah, it's way too old for that behavior. And he still acts like that in a lot of ways from what I've heard, because I do know some people that still kind of like talk to him in passing every now and then. And he still posts weird things that like only a teenager would post. If that makes any sense. And just the way that he talks and behaves, like, that's just terrible. But, you know, pretty much all of my immediate family is just fucking fed up with him, so they don't bother with him anymore, so that's good. Yeah, fucking Arrested Development. Oh man, that coffee is delicious. I'm drinking the most hipster sounding coffee ever. It's Lucy Joe's low acid, organic, half caffeine brew. Good Lord, what a mouthful. Holy shit. Half calf, low acid. Poser? No, dude. I need low acid because I have heartburn issues. If I drink full acid coffee, like, my diet can eliminate heartburn, but then as soon as I start drinking high ass acid coffee, it gives it back to me, so. It's a fucking issue, man. Yeah, half calf is, it is amazing, dude. It's so great. Half calf is amazing because it's kind of like tea. It just gives you a steady flow of energy all day. Instead of like jacking you up to the ceiling and then you crash really hard, it's just a steady flow of energy. You can sip like 2 or 3 cups a day. You don't have to limit yourself to just 2. It's amazing. I love it. I do a lot of on-the-job training at my company, and one of my trainees was really open and honest with me, which I appreciated. And he said, you're a great trainer when you don't have coffee. When you have coffee, you talk a little bit too fast and it's a little bit hard to follow and you just go all over your screen and it's tough for me to like take notes. So that's when I was like, okay, I got to do something about this. So, and then it just so happened like Bridget was like, well, they don't have a big can of the one you usually get. So how about it just get half calf? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then it turned out to be like the best decision I could have possibly made. Well, she could have possibly made, really, but it's great. Like I can sip 3, sometimes even 4 small size cups of half calf and I'm good. I don't get that really jittery, anxious feeling. I just, you know, just keeps the caffeine headache at bay, and that's all I really need at the end of the day, so can't complain. But yeah. Thought of some really basic graphics for, you know how some people just do like the lower third or like an overlay for a podcast. I'm just trying to think of like some really basic overlays, and I'm just gonna make an episode. Like maybe even after I get done streaming tonight, I'll just shoot like an hour-long episode just talking about a topic or something and just see how it goes. You used to work in TV production, right, Panda? Did you ever work with anybody that was actually using this mic or a Shure mic? I'm sure you probably worked with a lot of those, but one of the coolest things that anybody has ever shared with me, by the way, was your pitch deck for an Alone in the Dark remake. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. That was so awesome. You weren't a big audio guy? Yeah. And I was so impressed by that because, like, you know, you never see the back end of projects like that. You really just see the final product and how everything turned out. But all the planning and all the different, like, modules and all the diagrams and demonstrations you had in there, all of the, you know, conceptualized, like all the variants that you had in there too. Like you were talking about this interactive website that you could incorporate into the game, into the marketing premise and all these different things. When I was reading that, I was fascinated. I was like, this is what goes into the, you know, what you think would be a simple marketing campaign for a game. It's crazy the amount of work that really goes into something like that when you sit down and think about it. It's like a glimpse into your, it was like a glimpse into your desk, you know? I got to take a look at the papers on your desk for a second and just live in that world and see what it's like coming up with that. Really sucks that they didn't go for it, though. I thought a lot of the stuff in there was really cool and could have been awesome. Like at the time, especially, we're talking like what, 2000, when was that? Was like 2012, you said, or something along those lines? Like at that time, I feel like that would have smashed it. Like that would have been super cool. Because even in 2012, there weren't a lot of interactive websites like that being built specifically for games, unless it was like, you know, an interactive built-in module for on like Activision's website for the newest fucking WoW expansion or some shit like that. Like they would just add a whole segment of their website to showcase it or something, but there was never a dedicated domain or website or anything like that. Usually that would pop up around the time. You know what's crazy though? You know how every conversation here comes back to Silent Hill? Silent Hill 4 actually had a dedicated website where you could read all kinds of extra stuff. That horror hotel website. Yeah, I do remember that actually. The roadside of my career is littered with great ideas that never happened. Yeah, I mean it's kind of like that with a lot of things though. Like I was watching a video of a really famous producer, you guys know him, Timbaland, and a few other people working in a studio, and they're working on a song by this guy named Carson Looters. And this video was shot like 3 years ago, and they still haven't released the song. Like it's still not even out. And I'm like, damn, it's crazy to think like how much, imagine how many chart toppers are still in the studio. Even now as we speak, like there's got to be so many songs that never got released because like the artist or the producer wasn't feeling it. But like imagine if they were to release it, so many of those would be fucking hits. Some even #1 hits. You never know. It's like a lot of musicians, they say all the time like, wait, that's the one? They're like, they put out the album and one song like shoots up to the top of the charts. They're like, what the fuck? I thought that was one of the worst songs on the album. Why is that #1? You know? That's what worries me about AI. God, dude, there's so much shit that worries me about AI. It's like, what the fuck am I going to do about it? There's not much I can do as an individual, but I mean, I certainly don't advocate for it. I mean, it's fun right now because everybody's using it as a fucking meme and everybody's generating, you know, like memes of presidents saying funny stuff and you know, everybody's using it as a fucking toy right now. So of course it's funny and haha and this, that, or the other. But it's like, where the fuck are we going to be in 3 years when you can make such a convincing video of like a world leader saying some crazy shit on camera, and then the country that you reference in that video takes that shit seriously. And it's like, well, what the fuck do we do then? You know what I mean? Like and everybody just seems to be full speed fucking ahead. They're just run as fast as you possibly can to advance AI. You know, Meta's doing it. All the fucking Silicon Valley companies are trying their damnedest to get this shit advanced as quick as they possibly can. It's like, how about we slow the fuck down? How about we put some regulation in place? Like, it's already caused strikes just in the entertainment industry. Like, and the weird thing was NBC specifically and other TV production companies were so tough to get to move because they really desperately wanted to start using AI to write jokes and shit, you know? That was the one clause, that was the one thing that people were on strike for that they really held out on. They really didn't want to give up their precious AI. Fuck that, man. But I don't know. Obviously, it could have good applications. Like, it could have really helpful and good applications, but there's so much downside. I think, honestly, I believe this, in like 10 years, I think we're going to look back at phones and social media and say, holy shit, that was a mistake. Like, I think our phones are going to be used for way more than just checking social media 3 quintillion times a day. A professor from Northwestern says the deepfake thing is not turning out to be as dangerous as we thought it would be. I mean, how so? Is there like some dead giveaway that something is a deepfake? Yeah, like phones are going to be the Swiss Army knife in your pocket. They're going to be, they already kind of are. They're your wallet, they're your scanner, they're your fucking, I mean, there's 1,000,001 apps to turn your phone into 1,000,001 different things. It's your calculator, it's your phone, you know, it's the way that you text. You've got emergency options on there in case you need them. It's your flashlight. It's literally everything you could possibly need in a pocket right now. Some people use the Tesla app to start their car, unlock their car, for example. People are more skeptical than you would think. Well, that's true, yeah, because a lot of times when a suspect video gets released, there are a lot of people that are like, this looks AI generated, and then they start to look into it, so. One thing I will say that I wish old Twitter would have implemented is community notes. I feel like community notes would have been a great feature to have because there's so many things that like, oh, these sensationalist journalists like to put out like, oh my God, this thing happened. And then you see a community note right underneath it that says this didn't actually happen. This is a manipulated photo or this is a manipulated video. Like, that's awesome. That should have been there from the fucking get-go, dude. Call out the bullshit. Happens from all sides. Call out the bullshit. Just put what's factual right underneath it so I can keep on scrolling. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that's a dangerous word, Kendo. I'm not going to say that. Somebody's going to clip me out of context saying that word. I mean, any like celebrity apology now, everybody's like, oh my God, you made that with ChatGPT. That's the meme now. You know, any fucking celebrity apology that's posted anywhere, they're like, oh, this was so obviously made with ChatGPT, LMAO. It's like, bro, how do you know that? Come on now. Oh, the phones are going to do an uprising. It's going to be some Futurama shit where we find out that it was really some mom type character the whole time that was putting chips in our shit. And she just gets up one day and presses the button and everything goes evil. Oh, I fucking hate Twitter. Twitter is, and always has been, a horrible place to go because all it does, it's the negativity, argument, and just doom scrolling center of the fucking internet. That's all it is. It's designed to keep you scrolling negativity, keep you scrolling little arguments back and forth between influencers, politicians, any big influential people. That's all it's meant to do. It's just keep you scrolling through the negativity because that gets more interaction and complaining. And I genuinely can feel the longer I'm on that app, I just start to feel like shit about everything. It's like, wow, this world fucking sucks. And then as soon as I close the app and I, go out into the real world, I'm like, wow, things aren't so bad. What? Go fucking figure. I kind of thought it was sus from the beginning. In the beginning, there was a lot of Q&A. Like, people basically treated Twitter like a Q&A type website. Because in the beginning, it was a bunch of, like, musicians and producers, and like Akira Yamaoka was on there answering a bunch of questions about Silent Hill. Masahiro Ito was on there a lot in like 2010 and 2011, answering like the burning questions that people have always wanted to know about Silent Hill. And that was cool, because it was basically like the Reddit AMAs is what it used to work like. And then, you know, slowly but surely, it started to become very advertiser heavy. And then they introduced the Twitter videos and media and stuff, and then it just got out of hand. So I kind of checked out around 2017 or 2018 or so. Because I could not open the app without scrolling like two seconds and just seeing a massive political argument going on. Two influencers threatening each other's lives. Over some YouTube bullshit. You know, people trying to act like keyboard warriors and going in on big people, and then them replying and not having the sense to not feed the trolls. Like, just stupid shit, dude. Stupid shit. But like I said, I think in just a handful of years, we'll look back at it and say, holy shit, that was a mistake. Social media in general. Yeah, when it first started out, it was a really interesting concept because it was the most direct way people had ever been able to communicate with like these very influential people in their lives. Like, if you're in the gaming industry and you were a dev or something, you wanted to ask these devs that were around in like the late 90s, early 2000s, these burning questions that you've always had. That was a great concept. Like, the site could have really survived if that kept on going. But then, of course, it just slowly turned into like idolatry of celebrities and deifying celebrities and just a bunch of bullshit. It just basically became a place for people to post their red carpet fucking gossip bullshit that nobody cares about. Yeah, toxic, bullshit entertainment that nobody cares about, and deifying American celebrities is basically what it turned into very quickly. Oh no, there's a lot of innovation that's awesome. Like, you know, just having access to the internet in general is great, like you said, but you know, it's like, man, why does it always have to come with so many fucking strings attached, you know? Like, I was lucky enough to experience the pre-social media internet, which really, the death rattle for pre-social media internet was MySpace. Because MySpace was kind of in both worlds. You couldn't just open a chat and talk to people on MySpace. You had to send what amounted to emails back and forth. So it actually resembled more of like forum posting than it did social media. But then once Facebook started, that's when social media really became massive, because the chat was the reason why all my friends moved over. They're like, oh my God, you can just click this button and then you're just in a chat with this person. You don't have to message them back and forth and wait for them to respond and this, that, or the other. Yeah, exactly. One thing I'm extremely thankful for on the internet is the fucking knowledge. Dude, if I need to learn anything about audio production, about video production, anything that I could potentially ever need for this position that I'm in for my job and what I like to do on stream, someone has made a tutorial, someone has made a YouTube video. God, I love that about the internet, dude. You can learn so much and so fast too. Like, you can tailor your experience based on how you learn. If you're watching someone's video and it's not vibing with you, you're not catching it, watch someone else who presents it in a totally different way. PBS has a show called Frontline. They have a whole episode about the history of Twitter and Musk buying it. You would dig it, I think. Oh yeah, I'll check it out. It's literally the knowledge is power in the palm of your hands. Exactly, dude. And if you're so driven, oh, you mean with great power comes great responsibility? Are you talking about that reference, or? That's like the most famous quote from the fucking Tobey Maguire movies. But, oh, Doc Ock's line, okay. But yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, like you said, there's a lot of intended usage, but at the same time, like anything, there's a lot of room for exploitation and just a bunch of bullshit. Like pre-social, like I was talking about, pre-social media internet was really cool because you would have to create an account on the forums. You'd have to prove that you were a real person, not a bot posting in them. You would like build these, before you even knew it, you had built these friendships with like-minded people, and because it required so much effort to get in and make the account and verify that you were real and verify your email and wait for the admins to like approve your shit, most of the time you wouldn't get the whole Twitch thing of people just jumping in and being an asshole. Like you had to work so hard to even get into this community that generally people were just very like-minded and had a good time, you know? Obviously there were exceptions, but oh, the power of the sun in the palm of my hands. Yeah, I remember that. When they're at like the final fight and there's that big energy core or whatever that he's after. The internet has conclusively answered the question, am I the only one? And the answer is no. Absolutely. 100%. Yep. Like Quora or the Yahoo Answers or whatever, those are the most common ones. You literally type in a question and you will have someone else who has asked that question before you. Like it's very rare that you find that something hasn't been asked. Exceedingly rare, I would say. But yeah, I don't know, man. You know, there's so much, and this is where I really start to feel like I'm getting older, is when I think back and I'm like, damn, I kind of missed the way that was. I kind of missed the way that was. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting up there. Like I'm pushing 30 now, or I will be very, very soon. So, you know, it's getting to that point where it's like, yeah, it's getting there. I miss the way that a lot of things were, and I miss just not fucking knowing what was going on in everybody's life. Every waking goddamn second, I didn't have to see what they were, I didn't have to see what breakfast they ate, I didn't have to see where the fuck they went every single second of every single day. When I would go to a show, for example, even in the early 2010s, when I would go to a show, we didn't have fucking every single person trying to crowd surf just so they can get a Snap story or a fucking Instagram story. Like watching the entire show through the viewfinder of their phone instead of just enjoying the fact that they're there. It's just crazy, man. And like we said the other day, you know, whenever you go to a party or you go to a club or a bar or something and you got motherfuckers sitting there, like they'll shoot a video of themselves. They're like, yeah, we're at wherever, like we're having a great time. And then they turn the camera off and they're just like they're just dead inside. It's like, bro, why did you spent more time pretending to enjoy yourself than actually enjoying yourself. What are you doing? Just fucking go home at that point. Like, call an Uber and go home, dude. You obviously don't want to be here. What the fuck? There was an item that was hidden? I was looking at Steam and it said that some items were hidden from the horror search because they had graphic content. Like, what? I'm way older than 18, dude. You can show me what you need to show me. I just want to search the games, okay? But no, that's a great way to put it. There's very few things that if you search on the internet, unless it's like crazy outside the box, that you can search for that somebody else hasn't already asked about or been like, am I the only person that's like this? You know? Okay, now it doesn't say anything's blocked anymore, so that's cool. Man, like fucking nothing is on sale right now. When does the holiday sale start? Or the winter sale, isn't it? Is it like January or February? I don't remember. Yeah, like fucking everything is full price right now. Like Lies of P is $60. Sorry. Tried to mute myself in time, but I couldn't hit the button. It's kind of like the, I don't know. I feel very frugal when I browse Steam. I just outright refuse to pay full price on Steam because I fucking know for a fact that at some point the shit's going to be discounted to basically nothing. So I just cannot bring myself to pay full price unless, like Resident Evil 4 Remake, I genuinely very badly want to play it on day one. I just tend to not bother. But yeah, guys, sorry for the shorter stream tonight, but I have been up since like 5 a.m. this morning, a little bit before, or no, more like 6 a.m. this morning. So I am going to go ahead and call it for tonight, but I will be probably streaming again tonight, as in Saturday night, or tomorrow night, I should say, because it's not even midnight yet. And then I also want to, like I said, I want to try to shoot that podcast episode and just choose a topic to discuss for like a really long time and see how that turns out. So we'll see. I'll try some shit out and we'll see. Hey, we appreciate you coming back, Panda, and it's awesome. I really appreciate that you are a 15-month subscriber. A year and 3 months is insanity. So I appreciate the support as always. And as always, I'm going to break those chains. I'm sorry it looks bad because I don't have the green screen up. And I will talk to you guys. Well, first, if anybody wants to join the Discord, there it is. Here's my YouTube channels. I will talk to you guys tomorrow night. I'm going to break the chains in 3, 2, 1.